Loved playing make-believe, either dressing up or pretending they were grown up or playing in their Wendy house. Well, one father has come up with the ideal solution for playtime.
3 years ago, software engineer Steve Pearce was moving house with his wife Annette and their daughter Alice to Newport in South Wales.
We'd moved house to just temporary accommodation, and I knew we were going to move it again within a year. And so we were unpacking the boxes, but I wanted to reuse these boxes. I hate waste, and Alice wanted to play with them anyway.
However much I tried to get rid of any of them, there was no chance because Steve was just keeping as many as he could and hoarding them until we were virtually living out of boxes.
Alice seemed to enjoy playing with the boxes more than her toys, and that gave Steve an idea.
Well, I arranged the boxes together and I cut some drawers between them. I found that Alice loved crawling between them. In fact, with a dozen boxes, I could make a maze, and she could crawl through to perhaps a secret room at the back, and that's where she would keep most of her toys.
Steve also had some huge cardboard wardrobes he used to move their clothes.
Well, these were made from much stronger cardboard, and I found they were indeed strong enough that if I laid them flat over the other boxes, they were strong enough for Alice to climb on. Well, eventually, Alice got a bit bored of just crawling through these boxes, and I decided I'd make a roof and an attic space over these other boxes. But in the end, it was a success, and she loved it. In fact, she slept on it for several nights.
He realised that if designed correctly, the interlocking doors and windows could easily be changed round to create a different house.
There was potential here for a versatile playhouse that could be folded away. And I just needed to find a way of devising a top of a box that could be folded flat and strong enough to climb on, or upright to make a little playhouse in its own right. Well, the best ideas were coming to me with those semi-waking hours, about 4 o'clock in the morning, and sort of half dozing, half trying to get back to sleep. But just excited about the ideas, the concept.
As luck would have it, the place next door to Steve's work was a packaging factory that had excess cardboard sheeting. They agreed to let him have it for nothing.
That's the break I needed, really, because I was in the garage from then on, using a metal rod and a measuring tape and working out how to do it.
When Alice's friends came round, they loved her new playhouse. Steve realised it had commercial potential, so he successfully applied for an innovation grant and invested £15,000 of his own money to design and build a prototype.
Yeah, well, I thought Steve had gone mad because he was working with all this cardboard all the time, and I changed my mind when we went to the International Inventors Fair, and the feedback there by the public was great, and we actually won 2 major awards.
He gave the first prototype to a nursery in Bristol, who tested it out for him.
We'd wanted a playhouse for a while, but we didn't have the space. And because it dismantles after each use, it means we can just pack it away and not be a bother to anybody else, because we were using a multi-purpose hall. In fact, when we first had it, one of the children immediately shouted, "Oh, it's the gingerbread house, the gingerbread house." And that gave us loads of scope for decorating it with sort of, you know, gingerbread cookies, that sort of thing. And the children have really enjoyed both playing in it and decorating it.
Steve and Annette have been selling Playbox directly to nurseries for 3 months and now sell the product online.
I had 3 children under 5 and needed something that all 3 could play in all together, and immediately it gave me the first half an hour's peace that I'd ever had since having them, because they all disappeared into the house and were busy playing shop and house and hospital, and subsequently the whole street's been playing in there as well.
So far they have sold 100 Playbox houses and are planning to approach the big guns this year.
Well, we've just finished, I would say, the development and initial launch stage and concentrated in the Cardiff area, but we're really ready now for major expansion, and you know, would love to get some backers to really drive this forward worldwide.
It's a great creation, and it's very strong board. You can climb on it, you know, and jump on it. It's really fun. And my dad's a very clever dad.
Coming up, the lamp that's been revamped for the 21st century, and the woman who's invented a gadget